morning. This is news update from the Frontiers Television News Center. I am Shegun Fumi Oyedokun. The federal government has called on information officers to adhere to principles of networking, coordination, relationships, and effective communication to deliver on their mandate and effectively propagate the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, made the call at the stakeholders meeting for Resident Information Officer in Abuja. According to him, effective government communication depends very largely on trust, coordination, and clarity. He warned them against being an opposition in the government they were serving. The federal government has deployed 10 electric shuttle buses and 20 electric sender at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, to boost operational efficiency. The board chairman of the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, Abdullahi Ganduje, said this during the inaugural ceremony, adding that the move marked an important milestone in FAAN's ongoing effort to improve service delivery. He further said that the event revealed efforts being made towards modernizing airport operation and aligning Nigeria's aviation sector with global best practices. According to him, electric vehicles offer clear operations and environmental benefit. They are cleaner, quieter, and more efficient, significantly reducing carbon emission and helping the FAAN minimize the ecological footprint. The Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Issa Salako, has urged states to mobilize domestic funding for the control and the elimination of neglected tropical diseases in Nigeria. Salako, represented by Daju Kololom, the ministry's permanent secretary, made the call at the media conference ahead of the 2026 NTDs Day celebration in Abuja. Salako said the control and elimination of the NTDs remained an important element in Nigeria's drive towards attaining the UHC by 2030, achieving a disease-free SDG and eradicating poverty. He therefore urged states to create budget lines to mobilize the needed domestic funding. He, however, cautioned against allowing the NTDs to translate into neglected people, emphasizing the need for the inclusion and effort aimed at addressing the burden of the NTDs. The National Agency for Food, Drug and Administration and Control has resumed enforcement of the ban on the production and the sales of alcoholic beverages packaged in sachet and small plastic or glass bottle below 200 milliliters. The agency clarified that it did not shut down any alcohol producing company, but only prohibit the sale of alcohol in sachets and small containers, citing public health concern. In a statement, the Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Christ, according to the agency, the widespread availability of the high alcohol content beverages in sachet and small containers have made alcohol cheap, easily accessible, and easily concealable, contributing rising case of underage drinking, addiction, domestic violence, road accident, school dropouts, and other social vices. We'll take a break now and we'll return with foreign news. Just stay with us. Glad you are still there with us on eFrontiers Television. I'm moving ahead now. Yama's military-backed party has completed a sweeping victory in the country's three-phase general election, cementing an outcome long expected after the tight-knit control political process held during the civil war and the widespread repression. The Union and the Solidarity Party dominated all phases of vote, winning an overwhelming majority in the two legislative chamber. It secured 232 out of the 263 seats up for grab in the Power Peugeot House and 109 of the 157 seats announced so far in the Ayauta upper chamber. Yama's parliament is expected to convene in March to elect the president, with the new government set to take over in April. The final round of the voting in late January brought an end to the election that began on December 28, more than 4 years after the military seized power in a coup that overturned the elected government of the Nobel Peace Prize laureate Aung San Suu Kyi. The twin-propeller aircraft carrying 15 people, including a Colombia lawmaker, Quintero, crashed in a mountainous region near the Venezuelan border on January 28. The aircraft, which departed from the border city of the Ceuta and lost contact with air control shortly after it was scheduled to and in the nearby town of Ocana at about 5 p.m. GMT. And officials of the aviation authority said that there are no survivors in the plane that was carrying 13 passengers and 2 crew members. That ends the news update from the Francis Television News Center. I am Shegun Fumi Oyedoku. Good morning.